Welcome to Infoni. Today, we're examining the current status of the US tariffs imposed by the Trump administration on various countries. Are these tariffs achieving their intended goals, or are they primarily symbolic or strategic tools for negotiation? What specific deals or concessions has the United States secured as a result? Alternatively, have other countries chosen to ignore the tariffs and move on? Now that a month has passed since their implementation, let's delve into the developments. On April 2, 2025, President Trump declared Liberation Day, introducing a 10% universal tariff on all imports, with higher rates for certain countries. This move aimed to address trade imbalances and protect American industries. Key measures included a 25% tariff on all imports from Canada and Mexico, with a 10% rate on Canadian energy products, an increase in tariffs on Chinese imports from 10% to 20%, a 25% tariff on steel and aluminum imports from the European Union. These tariffs were part of a broader strategy to encourage fair trade practices and bolster domestic manufacturing. The international community responded swiftly. Canada imposed 25% tariffs on $30 billion worth of US goods, with plans to expand to $155 billion. Mexico announced retaliatory tariffs ranging from 5% to 20% on various US products, including pork, cheese, and steel. China implemented additional tariffs on US agricultural products and energy exports, and restricted imports of certain US goods. European Union announced counter-tariffs on $28 billion worth of US goods, including agricultural products and industrial goods. These retaliations indicate that many countries are not simply ignoring the US tariffs, but are actively responding to protect their own economic interests. Domestically, the tariffs have had mixed effects. Many small businesses report increased costs and supply chain disruptions, leading to reduced growth expectations and staff reductions. Wall Street bonuses are projected to decline by up to 20% due to economic uncertainty and a slowdown in mergers and acquisitions activity. There are concerns about rising consumer prices as import costs increase, potentially impacting inflation rates. These developments suggest that while the tariffs aim to protect domestic industries, they also introduce economic challenges. In terms of strategic gains, the United States has engaged in negotiations with several countries, leading to discussions on trade agreements and concessions. Notably, on May 8, 2025, the US and the UK announced a breakthrough trade deal. Under this agreement, US tariffs on British steel and aluminum will be removed. Tariffs on 100,000 British cars will drop from 27.5% to 10%. The UK will eliminate its 19% tariff on US ethanol and grant access to American beef exporters. Both countries agreed to export 13,000 metric tons of beef to each other. The UK will lower its average tariff on US goods to 1.8%, affecting around 2,500 products. While this deal marks progress, many tariffs remain in place, and key issues like digital services tax reforms are still under negotiation. In conclusion, the US tariffs implemented by the Trump administration have led to significant international responses, economic impacts domestically, and ongoing negotiations. While they aim to address trade imbalances and protect American industries, the full effectiveness and long-term consequences remain to be seen. We'll continue to monitor these developments and provide updates. Thank you for watching.